Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. If you're new around here, subscribe down below, all that good stuff, like the video, comment, etc, etc, etc. 2 bits of housekeeping. The first one, this video is going to be on essentially all the questions you guys have been asking about Silver Method, dispelling any myths and teaching you guys how to make coins from it. Again, I always tell you it's the most effective way to trade on FIFA, in my opinion. So I'm going to show you that anyway. Because of that, just cheeky plug for my Twitch subscription service. So basically, if you subscribe to me on Twitch, you support my content full stop. But as a way of saying thank you, you get all the silver filters you could possibly need to make money from silver coins. People on my Twitch that are doing that are making 500,000 coins a week now easily, for trading 1 or 2 hours a day. But we're also bringing in a Thursday flipping guide for silvers, where we buy off silvers on a Thursday and sell them into Friday, Saturday. I make about 1 million coins a week doing it. The guide's going to be there telling you the price they're selling at, and the buy price and the sell price, etc, etc, etc. So if you're interested in that, I'm live streaming right now on Twitch. Get over to Twitch. Number 2, the second bit of housekeeping. My voice is a bit messed up, as you can tell. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I was up till late last night, shouting my head off at us winning the Super Bowl, so I'm very, very happy with that. But apologies, my voice is a bit iffy in the video. I'll do the best to try and keep it slow and try and enunciate so you can understand what I am saying. But yeah, if we get into the video, essentially lads, silver trading is, in my opinion, the most effective way to trade because it's the most consistent way. It doesn't really rely upon anything other than people not knowing what silvers are worth. That's all it relies upon. Now, I've seen loads of videos in terms of like silver trading, and I'll tell you the methods that are actually trading that you can use, and I'll tell you the ones that I use. You can mass bid on silvers in the same way that you do with golds. The reason why silvers are more effective than golds is that some silver cards obviously are a lot more expensive because they're needed for SBCs, specifically the league SBCs. Gold prices, they tend to match other gold prices of the same type. So a left back, for example, that's English, tends to be a similar price to any other left back that's English and gold, for example, if we're gold. With silvers, it's not the same. You might get an Italian left back from one team and it'll be worth 1,000 coins. You might get one from another team and it's worth 10,000 coins. People don't realise that. So when you mass bid on mass, you can make a lot of coins by just bidding up on any amount of silvers you can. So if I give you an example of that, your position, let's go, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some hard, let's go centre back, that's it. Let's go League, Syria, let's go Brescia, same way I always give you, let's go Nation, Italian. Should be about 10k to be fair, I don't know why. The servers are horrendous today, they're utterly horrendous. So Brescia right now don't have any defenders, so he's 11,000 for this bronze guy here, right? The same principle applies to bronze and silver as it does to any other card. And these guys here sort of 12,000 coins each. Now if I go and put that exact same filter in, let's say we do silver specifically, I would go across to Cagliari, for example. Now I know they sell for around 4,000 at the moment, give or take. They're massively up at the moment. Massively up. They're 4.4k, right? So there's a 7.5k difference. Now, if you set your filter to centre back silver, Italy, Serie A, and just do max price like 600 coins. There are all these guys here that you can bid on to try and make coins from, right? Like Vicari, for example, usually sells for about 2.5 to 3k. Romagna about 1.5k, give or take. So you can mass bid on all these guys here, try and get them all in basically. Just find out what the cheapest price any silver centre back is selling for, and you make coins, and you will make coins doing it without a doubt. I know loads of people that make a lot of coins doing that method, but is it, in my opinion, the most effective way? Not at all. The way I find things to be more effective is, like I've told you guys before, it's about fluctuations. And it's buying when they're at the lowest. I know it sounds stupid, buy low, sell high, but that's exactly what it is. Now, obviously, silver supply, so anytime we get packs that have silvers in them, it's going to bring down the price of silvers. Because, at the moment, the demand is what the demand is. The demand for silver players will always remain the same. Those who do League SBC packs will be those. The only time it ever rises is in promos. And now I saw people saying, oh, but because the future stars have got silvers in them, it means that everyone will be opening up silver packs and that will crash the price of silvers. It doesn't, because demand will always be what it is. So for example, during a promo, when people are opening up loads of silver packs, in your opinion, I don't think people really are, but let's say they are, people are also doing more League SBC packs to get packs to open to try and pack future stars. So the demand will always stay where it needs to be for whichever time it is. Nothing's happening, the demand's meh. No one really cares about opening the packs up. Promo, demand spikes. But usually promos also mean that the supply increases. So that means it gives you a chance every day when people open up packs at 6 o'clock to buy them when people are undercutting them. So you'll see, for example, let's look at the Brescia again. If we look at Brescia, Let's go 10, 11, 250. Monday. So there'll be these guys here for 11.5. Now today at 6 o'clock, if we get an SBC that has silver packs as part of it, so that might be a rare mixed players pack, a rare electrum pack, prime electrum pack, silvers will go on the market. Now people who don't really trade with silvers can't be asked. Sometimes these guys get listed for 400 coins. It happens all the time. I pick them up all the time. But what tends to happen is someone will list one for 11k, and those of us who trade silvers will wait. And someone lists one for 10, 9, you undercuts and gets down to 6 or 7k sometimes. You pick them up at that and you wait then until the other ones are taken off the market, because there will be, and the supply ends. You then relist once they're back up at 11k again. The most effective time to do that is on a Thursday. So on Thursday, we do our stream whereby we sit and wait for the marquee matchups to come out, do a bit of trading beforehand. Once marquee matchup comes out, the silver prices drop off massively, hugely. These guys can get down as low as 4 or 5k in some weeks. You can double your coins on them. But you buy en masse. So I spend maybe 500,000 coins and I get maybe 1.3 to 1.5 million back when it comes to selling the market back again. Now, why is that the most effective way to trade them, in my opinion? Because it's zero risk. If you know what these guys are selling for before that drop. So if on today, for example, I'm doing this live on stream right now. So if you want to come and watch me live on stream on Twitch, come and watch. But today, for example, I now know these guys are selling for about 11.5k. So on this thing here, which is the database that I've got, which is we're going out for you guys so you can get the sell prices and stuff. I now know that those guys are selling for 11.5k. So I'm marked out in the database and I can then go, okay, cool. When 6 o'clock hits, if I see these guys for 7k, I'm like, well, that's a good buy. Because I know they'll bounce back to 11k. They will always bounce back. It might take a bit of time, but they'll always bounce back. That's the thing to note about silver trading, is it needs patience. You can't be the guy that just wants to rush in and dive in and buy every silver. You need patience. And if you haven't got patience, then the best thing you can do, subscribe to me over on Twitch, because I do it all for you. But that's what you need. You need patience. You need to wait, buy them low, and then resell them on. Now, what are the downsides of silvers? Now, I personally don't think there's any downside to trading with silvers. I can't see any reason why you wouldn't do it. The only one thing that I would say about trading with silvers is it does to some degree rely upon market supply. Now, there's always going to be that person that you flick to a filter, for example. Another filter I've shown you guys before. Bundesliga, Dortmund, position, centre back. We'll go to silver for them. There's always going to be that person that undercuts the whole market, right? Look at this market at the moment. It's mental. This is absolutely mental. There's always going to be a person that undercuts and puts them on for 4k. Like, I know every filter for every league SBC. I teach my subs that every filter for every league SBC. So we can quickly flick through and pick up 15 players in a run through of every league SBC. So the Premier League, then we run through the Bundesliga, the Serie A, La Liga Santander. We run through all of those leagues, and we pick up bank from that because we pick up 15 players, right? But if EA gives no supply at all, then people who aren't normally clued up with silvers will look at a card and go, hang on, this Bournemouth, he's also 5k, wow, let me go and see. Now, if he's down at 3k, people sort of flick through nonchalantly and put him up for 2k, you make 1,000 coins profit at a time. You do need supply. And that's why, for me, that's the best way to trade. Because I can trade with special cards and icons and stuff like that outside of silver cards. But I trade with fluctuations. So if I think EA are bringing out a good SBC today, I'm going to hit that up. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to wait, see what happens, and save all my time and trading energy until 6 o'clock. And I'll spend all my time making the most I can. Getting all my prices together, putting them from here, putting them from there, putting them from there. And then I go bang, and I whack out as many as I can. I literally buy up, I normally buy up 300 to 400 if on a good night, 100 to 200 on a bad night. And you'll make coins. The question I always then get asked is when to sell. Now, everyone in my streams knows one of my favourite things to say is how long is a piece of string. Now, if you're instant flipping, and instant flipping means you go onto this filter here and you see these guys are 5k, you see one for 4, I would relist that straight away, put him up for 4.9k, he should sell to any buy that comes along. You can even undercut if you wanted to, but I wouldn't suggest that. But you go here, you instant flip, you sell straight away. However, if you are buying in relation to a 6 o'clock drop, what happens is the market goes down. So what you then want to do is monitor the market and work up when it's going back up again. And once it gets to a point you're happy with profit, take it at that point. Now for me, to give you guys a rough guide, the best time to resell, in my opinion, after a Thursday drop or a content drop is late at night into the morning. So usually what happens is, during Thursday, the prices plummet, right? And then everyone holds. And because everyone's holding those cards to relist over the next few days, into the night and in the morning, they climb quite steadily. You then want to sell at those points. In that sort of midnight to 9 o'clock in the morning phase, UK time, that's when you want to be selling to maximise your profit initially. There will be other opportunities to sell those cards, but for me, I can do that because I do this most of the time now. So I can sell mine at that point, and that's what I will do. I will sell mine at that exact point there and get at least 1,000, 2,000 coins a card. But if you miss that sell point there, what will happen is the price will then come down as everyone starts to put theirs onto the market. The world wakes up, everyone starts putting theirs on, a few people undercut each other, and it goes down again. What you're then waiting for is to see the drop at 6 o'clock again the next day. So on the Friday, did anything of note get dropped? If we didn't get heavy silver supply again, the chances are the market will continue to climb. And it might be bit by bit. Xbox tends to bounce back quicker than PS4. No lie on that. The Xbox market fluctuations are always far, far higher. That's just a fact. But the Xbox fluctuations mean that you then have to be ready to go. Because let's say, for example, on PS4, the market rises up and it drops off slowly, rises up slowly, drops off slowly. Which gives you a lot of time to just throw your cards in there to make sort of bits of profit at a time, at a time, at a time. On Xbox, if you're not quick enough and you don't think about what you're doing, aren't aware of your prices, then realistically what will happen is, by that 6 o'clock drop, if anything comes out, they'll plummet again. And you have to wait until next day to then resell them again. So you have to be on it, ready to go. But why do I do silvers? This is why. Because I don't need to know anything more than what League SBCs came out, and if the cards are half decent, if the packs are half decent. And because now we're at 10 weeks in, we show you transfer profit, that's mine there. We're at 8.78 million transfer profit in 10 weeks, right? And that's with 2 weeks where I was off, a week where I wasn't feeling very well, and this weekend where I barely traded because I was watching the Super Bowl. I went to see Sutton United play my team. So I barely traded at all with this weekend, full stop, and I'm still at 8.78 million transfer profit. Now, if I'd have done this since the beginning of the game, now 10 weeks, I started doing this mid-November, so if we'd have done this at the beginning of the game, just from silvers alone, probably even higher than this because silvers are going mad recently, we'd probably be close to 20 million transfer profit now, realistically. And that's all mainly from silvers. I've done a bit of icon trading, a bit of special card trading, but silvers will be the most effective way that you'll learn to trade on this game, full stop, capital letter. People will always want to open packs, and the only way to do that for free is by using League SBC. So, how do you start trading? I'd start by mass bidding. If you want to start mass bidding, set your filter to, I don't know, maybe silver centre-back Bundesliga, for example, right? And just check what the lowest price is of silver centre-backs in the Bundesliga. 650 this guy here for Friedel, right? I would then look, 800. Just, yeah, basically you're looking at something in the region of maybe 700 to 750. If we've got this guy here. So I would go and bid now. I'd set my filter up and I go, okay, cool. You can sit and do compare price back out, without a doubt, if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, you can sit, compare price back out, all that sort of stuff. But what you can just do is go max price, 400, even lower if you want to, and just build on absolutely everything that you see here, like no matter what you see there, and see what you pick up. Like as an example, those Paderborn guys sell for quite a bit of coins. Those of you who watch me know that I like trading with Paderborn guys. But you just pick them all up as many as you can, and just see what they sell for. And then you start to learn what price they sell for. Now, if you don't want to do all that, you can just get the guides off me for subscribing to me on Twitch. But if you want to learn that way, you can start there. Then what I would do is go onto Footbin. Look at the League SBC teams that are expensive for each league. Find out why that is. Do they have only silver centre-backs? Do they have only silver left-backs? Only silver right-backs? Find that out. Just go onto SBCs, go to players, the players filter, look at the League SBCs and see which teams are expensive. It will tell you, then go to them and have a look at them. Forget Footbin's prices in terms of silver prices. They're wrong. They never update. Come onto the game and go, okay, cool. Why on earth are Paderborn centre-backs so expensive? Let's have a little look. We go centre-back Paderborn. Silver, club, Paderborn. Let's go to that. We go, okay, cool. Why are they so expensive? They're all like 8k. No, ignore that one. We'll just go that way. You go, okay, cool. Oh, well, that's the reason why that SBC is so expensive, because they're all silver. I mean, the centre-backs are all silver. That's 5k. I swear they're all at 8k. I'm going to regret my buying that, I think. Let's just buy them. We'll just buy them anyway. And you start to realise where the reasoning comes from, why these players are as expensive as they are. Like, you just see me there, lad. They will sell without a doubt. Not very. They've only been on the market a couple of minutes each. That's literally 3.5k profit straight away just from buying those two guys there. It's that easy. But you start learning that from Footbin and start learning fluctuations. I can't stress that enough. Learn when the market crashes off and when it climbs. Crash off, climb, crash off, climb. You'll learn that through trial and error. But if you're not sure, get in stream, watch us do it live. But lads, that's going to be the end of the video. If you are new around here, subscribe down below, click the like button. Do not forget to check out yesterday's video. There was a giveaway inside that video. But for now, lads, I'm out. Peace out. Speak to you soon. Chiefs Kingdom.